Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at auntiederek.com. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, July 14th. So with me on the mic, we have a party today. I have a many fabulous co-hosts. So we're going to start with my Icy Chili. Hi, love.
Hello.
Hey, hey. Next, we have my gorgeous Moon. Hey, boo.
Good morning.
Good morning. Next, we have my Libra Queen. Hey, cutie.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, boo. Next, we have Slayonka. Hi, love.
Hello, everyone.
And next, we have Chaotic Cup. Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, hey. And shout out to the listeners holding it down in the chat as well. Well, y'all, I think we got us some good old tea to sip. So let's go ahead and jump right in, honey.
Good old tea time.
Yes. Well, the first thing, baby, Stefon Diggs. This tea has been hot, honey. He over here running his mouth. And you all should see what I have just shared here. You should see my screen. I have this Hollywood Unlocked, a screenshot. And you should see where it says the drama between Stefon Diggs and Chris Blake Griffith continues. So Stefon, pretty much, you see where it says Stefon Diggs calls out Chris Blake Griffith and tells him to post the alleged 100 pages of text that was submitted as evidence. And Chris responds. So this is what Stefon says. Mamas, a nigga is lying on my name because he got caught stealing. I ain't paid a dime. He sued the building. It's easy to run with a misleading headline. If it's text messages, tell a nigga post them because I want to see them too. Shit, lol. Like this case here is because I sued him for defamation. Trying to act like this nigga is a victim because he is lying. 100 pages? Okay, post them then. At the end, when I prove this nigga is a liar and a bitch ass nigga, then what? You gonna make another post? So Chris Blake he responds. So my name is Chris Blake Griffith, not bitch ass nigga. If there were to be a signed agreement in regard to a settlement in the West Coast case, I would it would likely exist within the world of having to remain confidential. A hypothetical agreement like that would also likely contain some type of verbiage in regard to an amicable respect between the involved parties, where we don't make disparaging comments about one another publicly. I've kept it overly diplomatic as we await trial, where a judge and jury will help the public um, add attention decipher between who's real and who's fraud. Yet situations like Mr. SMD speaking on me like this ignites a desire inside me that wants to turn this shit the fuck up to give y'all the show I know y'all want to see, especially knowing that I speak matters in fact versus unsubstantiated lies. Exhibits exposed, plus discovery unlocked before day one of trial on an app like a damn fool, but it's a trick. Yes, Mr. SMD, I sued my old apartment building and the security company. That's public knowledge. They in turn sued Derek Diggs, Corey Darnell Mack, Charlie Chap Jordan, and Mr. SMD, which is how you got involved in that suit. So he says, that's how lawsuits work. And seeing as though you're publicly represented by counsel in that case, you should know these things. All of this is public knowledge. The walls are closing in on you, Holmes. It'll make you panic, and I understand that feeling all too well now, thanks to you. Just like when those elevator doors were closing in and the red signal for your two other hired workers to come and make an attack on my life while robbing me to bring my jewelry straight to you on video in broad daylight. You are currently jobless. That's public knowledge. The home detailed in my Maryland police report, where I detail a sexual assault, drugging, and robbery taking place under your roof, is for sale on Zillow now. That's public knowledge. I tell you to use your initials as next steps between us in this form, but I won't tease a fun boy like you with a good time. SMD, leave me the fuck alone, and I'll see you where it matters most before a judge and jury. Best regards, CB.
Oof. Well, I mean, this is a lovers' quarrel out in the public.
You see it, right? You see it. They had a messy breakup, allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, he said he was abused, so, but at some point this had to be a relationship, child, because
And Stefon Diggs, you know better, honey. You know, like those pages of text that he sent to a judge. You know they can't be like in public right now. That's a current, that's an ongoing case that y'all got going on right now.
like
So you
he
know
thought he was
him.
gonna be stupid enough to post it.
And I think he was hoping for him to be stupid enough to do it, like get him in his feelings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now those messages have not come out just yet. Y'all know a bitch has been looking, honey. You know, because I want to see each and every. I am going to study that shit like an exam, bitch. And but they haven't come out yet. But what has come out is that Chris Blake Griffith, this thing girl, he was flued out. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he was.
He
Look,
was
like
flued.
did he just call Stefon a fun boy?
Uh-huh.
Look,
And your job
baby.
flew me out, boo, honey. Them per diem, baby. We got per diem. I got benefits, honey.
So,
Flew
Listen,
out.
question. So, you on some hoe shit, and then when you get treated as a hoe, you mad? Is that what I'm getting?
Well, no, because the I think he was okay with the whole shit. I think what happened was him getting beat up trying to keep that whole shit under wraps. Because
That,
that was a really brutal beating at that elevator. But
there's
and that's what
video?
he's mad about.
yes,
That's what he's mad
Oh, I have
about.
not
The
seen it.
beating, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I
his brother
mean,
Derez, that's why Chris he just got that 10 million, he won that $10 million settlement. Or excuse me, he settled that $10 million lawsuit. He was suing them for $10 million and then settled out. So I don't think he got $10 million. But yeah, because of that, Derez and two other guys met him at that elevator and they beat his ass, and it was horrible. It was really sad to look at.
well, what did what's the famous saying? Stefan was laying it low and spreading it
Spreading it
wide. What
wide,
is it?
honey.
Look here.
On some hoe shit.
And
He
Moon, those details that we went over Saturday, where he alleges what Stefan did to him, they're in this article as well, so you'll get to hear it.
Oh Lord, Stefan was laying alone, spreading the wide child. Everybody could get it. He hit everything walking. It man, woman,
Baby, if it
probably
got a
man, animals
hole,
too. Shit.
look, if it got a hole, let me dig you out. No pun intended. Well, maybe a,
Uh,
a pun was intended a little bit. I don't
it was a little bit. Yeah, you drug that one a little bit.
know.
Ooh.
Well, this starts here. The man suing Stefon Diggs over alleged sexual assault claims, the NFL star and his team flew him out to hang out in the week on the weekend in question. This, according to new legal docs filed in the case. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Chris Griffith scoffed at Stefon's request that he turn over records related to his trip to Washington, D.C. in May 2023, insisting Diggs already has that info in his possession. Chris claims he was drugged and sexually assaulted by Stefon during the trip, which Stefon adamantly denies. The NFL star sued Chris for defamation before Chris countered with his suit alleging sexual assault. In court docs, Chris claims Stefon's request that he turn over travel docs is a bit absurd since he says Stefon and his team were responsible for making the travel arrangements. Griffith's lawyer says to the extent travel arrangements, confirmations, or related documents exist, they are at least equally within Stefon's possession, custody, or control. Chris said he already produced 24 pages of text with Stefon's support staff. On the night in question, Chris claims Stefon gave him candy that was laced with a drug without his knowledge. He says Stefon pulled out his penis and began to masturbate. He claims he told Stefon to put his penis away, but says Stefon attempted to kiss him on the mouth and place his tongue in his ear, whispering to him to come to his room. Chris said he did not consent to any of the physical contact or sexual advances. In his lawsuit, Chris says he believes Stefon ordered his brother Derez Diggs and two others to attack him a week after he declined his sexual advances. The legal battle started when Stefon sued Chris for defamation over his claims. He denied the accusations that he drugged or assaulted Chris in any manner. Stefon's lawyer argued Chris engaged in extreme and outrageous conduct by knowingly publishing false statements accusing plaintiff of violence, sexual assault, drugging people, and serious crimes. He claimed Chris' statements caused him harm to his reputation and asked for unspecified damages. And as TMZ first reported, Chris settled a separate $10 million lawsuit filed against his apartment complex and Derez over the alleged beatdown from 2023. He was trying to get it popping, honey. He started pulled his dick out, allegedly, started kissing him, allegedly, then started like going in his ears. He tried to get him. He was about to tear that light skinned ass up, honey. Child, but you can't just be going around doing that to people. That was not consensual. And then for him to turn it down, but remember, like after this came out, there was Because what we're not seeing any longer is like Stefan or anybody from Stefan's legal team is saying they're alleging that Christopher Blake Griffith is a thief now. Because remember, that's what they were saying at first. They were saying, "Oh, well, he stole out of my house, and he pretty much he can't be trusted, and that's why." But you know who is saying that? Cardi's baby. She's bringing it back to light, Cardi. And it's like, Cardi, I don't know if you I know you got a baby with him, baby, but you can it's okay to sit this one out, girl. Cause I'm telling you, when some shit comes out and it looks like shit is slowly coming out, you gon' maybe have to eat those words. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's why she don't fuck with his ass no more. Maybe she got more information and was like, okay, you really out here.
Or she either got more information or just only just one sided information that he was telling her, and it probably was a lie because he. What you'll hear when I'm hold on, let me share my screen, and this is from the Jasmine brand.
Oh,
But but I guess thank you for this post here. But anywho, let me refresh so we can hear this from the beginning. So let's hear what Cardi has to say about all this.
I wish she could not talk about everything.
And she probably said this on Spaces because that's her favorite place to say stuff at.
Oh, girl, yeah.
If this damn shit don't hurry up and load, Instagram. Okay.
Everything has been on the internet from the beginning. This light skinned albino came on the internet and told the story 3 different times. The first time was, I asked this nigga for some money, like he was my people, and he came and whispered in my ear, like, oh, you want the money, you gotta do this, this, and that. Then when your story wasn't getting picked up how you wanted it to get picked up, you juiced it up and you spiced it the fuck up. And now it's, oh yeah, he pulled out, yeah, he was high and he pulled out his meat. You said 2 different stories. And what the crazy shit is that bloggers and people that's supposed to be making their research are not even doing their research to see how this man did the story 2 different sides, to said the stories 2 different ways. Then on top of that, I don't like how people everything has the truth. That shit had me fucking going crazy. So imagine when somebody imagine a nigga being such a hater, you steal from somebody. You hate the fact that they didn't forgive you because you stole from them. You didn't like that though. Everybody around your circle knew that you stole. So what you did, you went and you put the worst allegations, worst allegation on a man. I never seen another man want to be involved so much with have those allegations with another man. Not only that, I never seen a man be obsessed with another man like that. Cause I got bitches and I got niggas obsessed, be obsessed. But a whole man that got kids obsessed with another man is crazy. And on top of that, pocket watching another man is crazy.
So that's pretty much the gist of it. So she said, like, pocket watching another nigga is crazy. She claims that he had 2 separate stories, and the gag is, so she was talking about the blogger people or the podcasters stuff who do the research. That's the girl. That's the gag, girl. We did. Some of us have been reading, and I can actually say that no, his stories did not change, and she even kind of confirmed what he just told the court about, look, because you saying he whispered in my ear and stuff like that. Yes, he said that in court. And this Cardi, honey, like in my opinion, baby, you really have to sit this one out. This reminds me of the time, right, when Migos were accused of being homophobic because they didn't want to perform with Katy Perry on stage, like with a bunch of drag queens at SNL. So Cardi was like coming out, oh, he can't be like that. Y'all just tripping. He could never be like that. Da 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 da. He no. And then somebody's like, well, what about when he said, I do not vibe with queers? What? Oh no, he was just saying that's just artistry. Like no, girl, don't tell us not to believe our lying eyes, girl.
I just think that Cardi knows that her nigga bisexual, her baby daddy bisexual, and you just gotta swallow that, girl. Take that. Like,
Look, well,
it just is what it is. You fucked the
she knew
dude
he was a
and
hoe.
you had a baby, a whole baby by
He was
him.
a whole fun boy. Girl, you were supposed to be in and out like a thief in the night and you got caught slipping. And and I guess you don't believe in your rights and freedoms to exercise that right.
And he
And
probably
you said,
whispered in that bitch ear talking about I want you to have my baby too. Like, if he whispering in a nigga
oh,
ear, he whispering in your ear, girl. And I love
and
Cardi and I hate that for her. I hate that she
I
got
know.
pregnant by him, but
I
here
do
we
too.
are.
I hate it. I hate it for her. I hate it. Look, girl, and I know you know it's your choice, your body, your choice. And you said no, you don't want to have, but girl,
And I
you
think we
didn't
should
hook
say
your wagon to that.
Stefon is allegedly bisexual because I don't want to get a cease and desist.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But mm,
But bisexy is okay. We just
but
gotta
he
be
clearly
sitting
he's a
in our
hoe.
truth.
He is a hoe from rip. I mean, girl, I was looking at you crazy when it was just you and you was the baby mamas. Y'all was having babies at the same time, girl. I was thinking then, like, you don't have to do it. You don't have to be one of them. You don't have to, and
That's
but
crazy.
whatever.
Yeah, Cardi got to sit this one out. I agree, Auntie. Go ahead and sit down, girl, and watch all 17 of your children do all the things.
Mm,
And while the same agers are on the other side of the city doing the same thing. So, yeah.
look, just let him go. Let him peace be unto him. Please, just let him go, girl. Don't
How your
stick up for
one
nothing.
baby literally has like 10 siblings.
At the same yeah,
Honey,
look,
listen.
all the same. What is it called when they're all the same age?
Irish twins, I think.
Yeah,
They got
some
Irish
girl.
quadruplets, okay?
Yeah.
It's so true. Because it was about three of them all at the same year. Oh, child. Look, I ain't even gonna talk about how all y'all was getting hit with no wrapper around that meat. My God, y'all was playing Russian roulette out this bitch.
Mhm.
Please.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, y'all, speaking of something else that's crazy, I actually agree with Tyler Perry. And what I mean by that, so you all should see, I have just shared this story here by way of TMZ. And it says Tyler Perry claims male sexual assault accuser proposed multi-million dollar settlement. So basically what, and we'll read into it, but Tyler is slowly but kind of coming, I don't want to say, he's coming out that glass closet. And this starts. Tyler Perry claims his male sexual assault accuser, Mario Rodriguez, is working overtime to pressure him into a settlement. But the famed director says he won't cave. In new legal docs filed by Tyler's legal team and obtained by TMZ, the movie mogul fires back at Mario's claim he won't sit for a deposition unless Mario agrees not to ask about his sexual orientation. Mario asks that Tyler be sanctioned for not appearing at a deposition where he says he planned to ask Tyler if he was attracted to men. In his new filing, Tyler scoffs at Mario's claims about the deposition and says he already agreed to sit for one. He claims Mario holds the backwards belief that he should be embarrassed to answer questions about his sexual orientation. Tyler insists he's not embarrassed and says Mario's motion was filed to pressure him into settling the case, and it's not working. Tyler said when he turned down a multi-million dollar settlement proposal brought by Mario, the guy turned around and filed the motion about the deposition to harm his reputation. The director said Mario's moves in court are essentially part of an effort to bully Tyler into a settlement. In his filing, Tyler said the questions Mario wanted to ask about his sexual orientation are irrelevant to the case at hand. He claimed Mario's theory would mean a man who is attracted to men is more likely to have assaulted another man, which he calls a bigoted stereotype. In addition to opposing the motion, Tyler is asking the court to sanction Mario to the tune of $7,300 for abusing the discovery process. As TMZ first reported, Mario sued Tyler for $77 million, dollars, alleging the film producer sexually assaulted him. In court docs, Mario claimed he met the director in 2015 at a gym. He said Tyler gave him a role in a 2015 film he directed and claims over time Tyler invited him over to his home and sexually assaulted him. Mario claimed Tyler questioned him about oral sex before touching his junk. He said Tyler apologized and paid him $5,000 for the incident. and alleged there was another incident in which Tyler forced Mario's hand on his penis. Tyler denies all allegations of wrongdoing. His team claimed Mario kept talking to him over the years, despite his claims that he was sexually assaulted. He said the allegations of assault only came after he refused to keep providing Mario with financial assistance. Mhm. So yeah, I actually do think this is what's going on. I can't prove it. This is just a personal belief, but I do think because I think when we went over the messages together when we read them, I was like, yeah, this looks like a guy, a straight for pay type guy who was really trying to get money, and he probably got some, for what and the money was good until it wasn't, allegedly. So I don't know. Go ahead, Libra
Yeah.
Queen.
In the story, he told on himself because how is it that he had sexually assaulted you at one occasion and then paid 5,000 and you was good with it and then you just kept coming around. So if you don't go to hell, expeditiously go
There
to
you
hell
go.
because ain't no way I'm gonna just be around getting abused and thinking that a little money going. You know what I'm saying? Gonna hush it away. Um, I have more self worth. I'll put it like that in myself to put myself in a circumstance like that. So he can go to hell. And if he causes this like basically a way to circumvent whatever situation and to try to get him to basically out himself, like bro, grow up. In the year of our Lord 2026, grow the hell up. Hate that this is happening. Hopefully it's resolved. I don't be caring for real because it ain't none of my business. Even though Tyler was at that show looking like an op. He was looking like an undercover brother. He was looking
Mhm.
like, can I get a piece of can I get one coke? You know where I can get one coke at?
Look, folks
Um,
need to quit living in the closet and hiding, and then be trying to sneak around. Then people be trying to blackmail them. Just living your truth. You a billionaire now, like nigga. You ain't gotta hide. Do you, bitch? Do you? I mean, and when people go learn, quit trying to. What's wrong with men? Why y'all always trying to make somebody touch something and do something instead of asking before y'all make a move? Y'all so fucking raunchy, motherfuckers. Dude.
No, what Libra Queen was saying. So I think because I definitely agree with what you're saying, but not in Tyler's case. And I hate this. This put me in a position
Yeah.
to sound like I'm defending Tyler
No,
Perry,
no, no, no,
honey.
no. Don't defend Tyler. I get what he's saying. No, no, no. And I agree with both of y'all. No, no, no. I do. But I'm just saying the overall, because this is like the whole, it happens. It does happen. Maybe this didn't happen in Tyler's case, but this is a thing that men do.
Quinn said, "Yep," and he told on himself in this story. He said, admitted to getting that $5,000 payment, but that's what I think he got for touching his junk the first time, honey, allegedly. But I told you when we read those messages, and I was like, "See, y'all, this is coded language right here, because this is coming from a bitch who used to, flirt and text rich men and shit like that." And it was just one part. He's like, "Yeah, my Mexican ass is tired and stuff like putting focus on that Mexican ass." Because I used to see him as like, "Woo, honey, my perky black ass is tired, honey. Woo, Lord." So sure, I know it when I see it, but I
Well,
just feel like that gravy train just kind of ran out. And
and Tyler wouldn't have been in that position if he had kept his motherfucking hands to himself, and you wouldn't have had to give him $5,000
mm,
or however much you was giving him.
I think it was the other way around. I think he got the $5,000, and then touched. I think that was a
Oh,
sex worker.
oh, you mean you think he switched it around after?
Yeah,
So kind
and
of
I think
like the Diddy deal.
mhm.
I follow now. Okay.
Yes, honey. So I will certainly follow this case because remember he got another one with Derek Dixon. He got another open case with it from the Oval. So I'm gonna be
yeah.
following that. That one is not as detailed as this one.
Also, I need him to be fucking for real. Like, no shade, but some shade. How do you think that you was gonna walk away with $77 million when you're not making him no fucking money, and he be treating his son like, oh yeah, you got to get in coach. You don't make no money over here, and when you start making no money, you can get first class. When my son be flying in coach, the fuck. Like, I need you to be fucking for real. A sexual experience to him, You a dime a motherfucker dozen. You're not doing nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? You not the gift to God's, gift to God's world.
Yeah. Well, if
So
he
I
just
mean,
would
I
be
really
himself, he wouldn't have to pay nobody to sneak tip around. Just go on and get
and
your gift the
listen,
regular
and
way.
I'm all for people who choose to pay, cool, because they're paying for a transaction, and the way that men will sit here and connive and do all the things, knowing full well that this is ultimately that's what they want. They want your body. I prefer a motherfucker to be like, hey, I'll pay for it. All right, cool, no problem. For those who
But but
those who
look,
dabble in
and
that,
now he
but
now he done moved on. I don't want to pay you no more. Now the bitch mad.
But
Fuck,
it's
I mean,
I don't think it's the case. I don't think it's that he doesn't want to pay him anymore. I think this man in his head thinks, "Oh, I can cook him on bigger dollars," not realizing that, bro, he got a
okay.
whole son that he not paying for his lifestyle. Why do you think that you're special? You are not special,
Well,
sir.
okay.
Hang it up flat screen.
Okay, you got some points. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You right.
So I will absolutely be following this story like I have been, honey, and bringing y'all the latest update and the other one. I didn't see any other updates with Derek Dixon. So that is that on that. Girl, one update I did see, honey, Boops is stupid ass. Oh,
Oh,
girl.
damn, that quick. You didn't even want to do the story yesterday. It's already an update.
Yes, honey, because now the motherfucker's going back and forth. Because you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Boosie Badass takes shots at defendant in Trump pardon lawsuit. So, and just for those who are catching up, so Boosie stupid ass thought he met two guys who had the direct line to Trump, paid them $600,000 so that way he can get a presidential pardon. They told him that the presidential pardon was, up and running, but Boosie was like running around his house screaming and everything. Girl, he literally said that I was hollering. Run, but then it turns out that that was not true. So he said that there was a clause in the contract that entitles him to get $300,000 of that back. And them two boys said, no, he ain't getting nothing because there was no clause like that. Well, Boosie said, y'all niggas is lying through your teeth. And this starts. Boosie Badass is taking shots at one of the political operatives he claims screwed him over financially for a Trump pardon that never came. And he says their pants are on fire. The set it off rapper went scorched earth on Jack Berkman, one of the guys he's suing for $300,000, in a scathing social media rant, telling the world Berkman's full of crap. The outburst is classic Boosie, and basically he's calling BS on comments Berkman made to TMZ, where Berkman defended himself against Boosie's lawsuit. Boosie says, I gave you 3 months to send my money back, talking about Trump signed the pardon, got me running around the damn house jumping, saying you just talked to the president. You played with the wrong one. I'm suing y'all in federal court now. As TMZ reported, Boosie claims he paid $600,000 to Berkman and Jacob Wohl to help secure a pardon that never materialized. Boosie claims the men told him they had major pull with Trump and had the press on speed dial. Boosie is now trying to recover $300,000 under an alleged clause in the contract requiring half of the fee to be refunded if no pardon was delivered. Berkman told TMZ the provision in the contract he is referencing was never agreed to at all. Let me tell y'all something. And God, I hate being put in positions to where I have to defend problematic people. Boosie is stupid as shit, right? And we've seen like this is not like this is based on stuff that we've seen previously. That man is not smart enough to pull no $300,000 clause out his ass. I believe that clause was absolutely in that contract, but well, I guess that would be for a court to decide. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
I really want it. I maybe it's just the IQ level of everyone that's associated with Boosie is not that high. Um, I don't know. But I really want somebody to reach out and grab that brother, for the goodness of the community, for the goodness of the black community or whatever, and set him down and take his motherfucking phone. Because one, you are airing out publicly that you basically try to pay for a pardon, which don't look don't look too highly upon yourself. Then on top of that, you ain't do no vetting, you ain't do no nothing. You just trusted these motherfuckers because of all the people. Like, what? What do you mean? And then on top of that, I guess you read the contract or had somebody read it to you to know that yes, there was allegedly a clause, but again, you trusting two white men that you don't that people can identify in the daytime from a can of fucking paint, and now you mad your money gone because you're trying to save yourself. I really just somebody, Lord. It, who's the lawyer? Who is the attorney? Who is the attorney? Not we don't want no lawyers. Who is the attorney on the case? Because how do you mean you talking about you finna go to federal court to try to get your money back, baby? Where, when, at what time? Don't go up there trying to do that because they're gonna laugh you out the courthouse.
No, they
Um,
really are. They
um,
really are.
but God bless everybody, and yeah,
Girl,
embarrassing.
and you just reminded me there was a cut because I clipped it when we read about the story yesterday. I clipped it and posted to the social media, and somebody commented on Facebook. It was like, "This is just like getting a bad drug deal from getting a bad some bad drugs from a drug dealer, and then calling the police to try to report it."
Hello,
You
hello.
tried to buy a presidential pardon, sir, and you
Now
are
mind you, I'm not saying that they haven't been bought previously. I'm just saying to air it out.
you're right. The ones that have been bought, we don't know about. Like we don't know that they have been bought. We just thought
To
that the
paying people's
president had.
contributions. Um,
Mhm.
The
but
way
yeah,
I kicked myself out trying to cackle on mic loud. I was trying to run and get on the mic
Girl, I
and kick myself out. That was funny.
this
Too bad the
story
Durga
was.
didn't hear this. You better clip this and send it to my
You know I am, honey, because I didn't even want to talk about his problematic ass yesterday, honey. And I'm like, you know what? This seems like a story that's gonna keep on giving. So with his stupid ass. And Queen, you are right. These are not white men. These are not known white men. They look like rusty, dusty, regular juggler ass white boys. And I will not give him 600,000 of my dollars. Oh no.
baby didn't even ask for a LinkedIn page or nothing. No CV or nothing, Lord. Just was like, yeah, we got ties to the president. What's good? We got you for the 600.
And I told y'all, I said yesterday, it don't look cold enough for that North Face out there. So that's why I don't trust it right there. It don't look cold.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
I'm okay. So wait a minute now. Wait a minute. As a Floridian, you know, we be out here. It get a little colder than what we used to. We be like wintertime. Put that shit on. Um, so I'm
And
gonna let
it
it
was
slide.
my Libra Queen, Funky Dineva, and Miss Cat from Jacksonville. Y'all the only Floridians I trust, honey. No shade. Let me say.
And that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Of your personal experience and personal reference, that is fine. I'm not gonna tell you no different. Anybody who got something to say about Florida, about a personal experience that they had with whoever, I'm never gonna tell them nothing about it because that's your personal experience. But what I will do is I'll fight all hoes about my state of Florida. Okay,
I know that's
which is
right.
it's Florida versus everybody. What's up? It's up and it's stuck. Okay.
And just kidding, honey. When I tell you I love me some Black Floridians, honey, y'all are my babies, honey. And because of y'all, I say at. Like I do not want to say out anymore. I say honey. Throw that ass at.
Look, and I am a Florida ally. That is my surrogate family. I will back them up. Sorry. It is
Yes.
what it is.
In fact, that song that I recorded, "Exercise," I said at just like that. Shout out to Florida.
Hmm.
Well, honey, that is that on that. So we were actually just talking about the view before we started recording. And we have actually learned as of yesterday, Sunny Hawson's son, Gabe. She talks about Gabe all the time. But Gabe was arrested for trespassing, or cited for trespassing rather, and she's going to be representing him. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Sunny Hawson's son, Gabriel, cited for trespassing, the View host representing him. So let's get into it. Sunny Hostin's son, Gabriel Hostin, was hit with a trespassing violation in New York City, TMZ has learned. According to court records obtained by TMZ, Gabriel was cited June 16th over an incident with police that did not involve an arrest. Gabriel was accused of trespassing on the right of way of the active railroad tracks. The court records revealed the View host, a former federal prosecutor and attorney, is listed as her son's lawyer. As part of the case, Sonny wrote a compelling letter to the DA requesting the case be dropped before the scheduled hearing. Sonny wrote, "My client is a 2025 Harvard University graduate with no criminal history or prior contact with the criminal justice system. He is an avid runner and former junior Olympian track athlete who was in the area training." Sonny said her son was jogging when he noticed a gravel incline that could be used for hill training. The View host said there was a gate at the entrance of the gravel incline and the gates were standing open. She noted there was no visible no trespassing sign on the gate and he believed it was an open area. Sonny said a police officer approached her son who immediately called her to come to the scene. She called the entire incident an honest mistake. She noted that her son was worked hard to build an exemplary academic and personal record. Sonny argued dismissal would avoid imposing unnecessary consequences on a young man who has demonstrated exceptional character and achievement and who poses no risk to the community. Sonny's son has a court appearance scheduled for July 31st. I know that's right, honey. You defend your son, girl. I know that's right. And you know what? I believe her because first of all, I think Sonny is probably like being targeted. You know, she is very outspoken against right wingers, especially on a daily basis. I think they're absolutely trying her and her family. Remember, they tried to her husband last year. We talked about that lawsuit they tried to file and made it seem like Manny was doing some insurance fraud at his practice, and it turns out that that's not what happened.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They fucking with Sonny and her family.
Well, if he thought it was a just a area, it wasn't like he was doing anything. He was just exercising. This is such a nothing burger. Man, look at here.
And then they just wanted to fuck with him. They wanted to fuck with Sonny. They know who Sonny's family is. They fucking
They
with
do.
him.
They do.
So that's that on that. Well, so here's a rapper that y'all do not know. I know y'all don't know this person's name, but we're about to talk about Lil Tunk, honey. How about Lil Tunk was at a concert, child? He was performing at a concert, and once that concert was over, the police done got his ass, girl, for homicide. And you all should see where it says here by way of Fox 5 Atlanta, Lil Tunk arrested on Fulton County homicide warrant. Girl, let's get into it. A Georgia music artist was arrested Saturday night after deputies tracked him down for an outstanding Fulton County homicide warrant, according to officials. Lamar County deputies arrested Tavorian Lindsay, who also goes by the name Lil Tunk, on an active warrant. The arrest took place during a coordinated law enforcement operation on Saturday. During the sweep, deputies recovered multiple firearms, including rifles and a handgun, along with other evidence at the location. Lindsay was immediately turned over to the custody of Fulton County Sheriff's Office at the scene. According to Fulton County jail records, Lindsay faced several charges, including 6 counts of felony murder, 2 counts of criminal attempt to commit a felony, and 4 counts of aggravated assault. And Fox 5 says what we don't know. Authorities have not yet confirmed the specific details surrounding the Fulton County homicide case or the identity of the victim in the case. Local officials have not released the exact street address or location where the targeted operation took place, and it remains unclear if Lindsay will face additional local charges regarding the recovered rifles and handgun. What they're saying, Lamar County Sheriff Brad Wright praised the teamwork and professionalism displayed by the fields of officers throughout the weekend operation. I'm just gonna stop there. I don't care about what he says about that operation. But yeah, honey, Lil Tunk was outside. He got arrested and they caught his ass out. He just finished the concert. That
This
was gas
this is
worthy.
his face. There's a lot going on.
Ooh,
It's a lot
ooh, ooh.
visually. I feel like the light eyes, the light skin, the light hair. I don't know. It's too much.
Little terrible.
He looked. Oh my god. He kind of looked like if you order Trey Melvin and a lock wig off of Timu. That's what it's giving like Trey Melvin. And not to rock because Trey Melvin, I think he's quite handsome. So hey, this
So
guy, Lil Tunk, though, I don't.
another fool going to prison for murder.
Hmm.
Jesus.
But girl, speaking of fools, honey, Travis Scott. Let's talk about his ass, honey.
Before you go, I didn't know who Trey Melvin was. Googled him, and I'm like, oh my god, you hit the nail on the head, man. God damn.
You know,
What the hell?
because I talk about so much celebrity related shit, like I have a really good gift at taking somebody and just putting some random celebrity they look like. I am really good at that for some reason.
I ain't see that one coming. That was damn. That was good. Shit. Carry on.
Yes. Well, Travis Scott's stupid ass, honey. So he's being sued by a boat worker. And hi, Hammy, welcome. And you all should see I have just shared here by way of TMZ. Travis got sued by boat workers over alleged 2024 yacht fight. Let's get into it. Travis Scott's 2024 yacht meltdown is back making waves because the boat workers involved are now suing him, claiming the rapper turned a luxury chapter into a violent nightmare. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, the crew says Travis chartered a yacht in Miami 2024, brought along several women, security, and alcohol, and things allegedly spiraled after he demanded to take out a jet ski, which the captain says he refused because Travis appeared too intoxicated. The captain claims Travis then ordered the captain to head to a nearby marina before suddenly jumping off the boat onto a dock, leaving his guest stranded leaving his guest stranded aboard for roughly 30 minutes. When Travis eventually came back, the captain said he was angry and confrontational. The captain claims he decided to end the charter because of Travis's behavior and told him everyone needed to leave. That's when the situation allegedly turned physical. According to the suit, Travis attacked the captain, threatened to kill him, and told him he was dead. The captain says Travis' own security initially stepped in to calm things down, but Travis allegedly fired the guard on the spot. The lawsuit says additional marina workers rushed over to help, only to become targets themselves. They allege Travis assaulted multiple workers and, as they tried to get off the yacht, charged back towards them and drove his shoulder into two crew members, sending one woman crashing into a table and injuring her. The plaintiffs also claim Travis blocked them from leaving the boat until police finally removed him. They are now suing for battery, assault, and false imprisonment, among other claims, and are seeking damages. As TMZ previously reported, Travis was arrested after the incident in Miami, but prosecutors later dropped the disorderly intoxication and trespassing charges. The lawsuit, however, is now taking the alleged fallout from that night into civil court. We've reached out to Travis's reps for comment. So far, no word back.
That's a damn fool.
Just
What
violent.
the hell? Just ignorant, not ignorant, ignorant.
Ignorant, honey. Violent and ignorant and homophobic. Bitch.
Why do you feel you could act like money really must make these people crazy?
Mm-hmm. I concur. Yes.
Because he did all that in front of witnesses and assaulting people and oh, hell no.
Well, girl. Well, while we talking about, people who money done made crazy, or maybe they've always been that way, Kanye.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh shit. And
That's been a
and they and
long
they
time right there.
in-laws look too crazy. Ooh, child, please.
Well, girl, y'all should see I just shared here by way of TMZ. Kanye West's ex-employee seeks $1.2 million in attorney fees lawsuit. In attorney fees in lawsuit, excuse me. Well, the jury already hit Kanye West with a hefty tab, and now a former employee who won a civil case against the rapper earlier this year is now asking a judge to make Kanye cough up $1.2 million in attorney's fees. According to new court docs obtained by TMZ, Anthony Saxon Nettlecose says his legal team is entitled to the massive payout after a jury awarded him $140,000 in damages after finding Kanye liable under California's labor code. Saxon's team says they logged more than 740 attorney hours over the nearly 3-year fight, plus additional litigation staff time, and are asking the court to apply a 1.75 multiplier to the fee total because of what they describe as the case's complexity and risk. Back in March, a jury found Kanye failed to provide workers compensation insurance and awarded Saxon $140K. In the new filing, Saxon's attorneys argue the litigation stretched 35 months, involved 5 different defense lawyers, extensive discovery, multiple depositions, and a 2-week jury trial, while costing their firm more than $300,000 out of pocket. They also say the case was handled on contingency, meaning they weren't guaranteed a payday if they lost. The filing also takes aim at Kanye's litigation tactics, claiming his side made a $100,000 settlement offer just before trial, then later demanded Saxon pay $200,000 and issue a public apology after proceedings had already begun. Saxon's attorneys say they rejected both and pressed on a trial, which they ended up winning. They also accused Kanye's camp of making the fight even tougher and filing a separate lawsuit against them before trial and attempted to use that dispute as leverage during settlement talks. Now it'll be up to the judge to decide whether the rapper's $140K trial loss turns into a legal tab in the seven figures. And TMZ tells us to stay tuned. Baby, that would be the gagger right there, honey. So he won the $140,000 judgment, honey, but and he's able to get that attorney fees on top of that. But the thing is, based off of this article, I think, now I'm not a lawyer, but if they are able to prove that these attorneys did put all that working out, like 740 hours into this case, that they were able to win, I mean, and they also say the case was handled on contingency. So, well, I will be following, but I know we could give a fuck less about Kanye's raggedy ass, but I guess, anytime with him losing money, we can talk about it. Girl, another coon. Let's go talk about another coon, honey. Nicki Minaj. Her. What Billy Porter say? Fuck her. Fuck her. Well, this is another unpaid legal bills and attorney fees and shit like that. But you all should see where it says here by way of Billboard, Nicki Minaj owes $230,000 in unpaid legal bills, law firm says, and judge might force her to pay up. Well, Nicki Minaj allegedly owes nearly $230,000 in unpaid legal bills to lawyers who defended her against recent accusations of copyright infringement, and the firm now says she's even ghosted its collection lawsuit. Lawyers from the national firm Gordon Reed Scully Mansukhani represented Minaj in a 2023 lawsuit that claimed she has stolen the beat to her 2014 song "I Lied" from a composer named Julius Johnson. The case settled in late 2024 on confidential terms. Now, 2 years later, Gordon Reed is suing Nicki over claims that she still owes $229,541 for that work. The firm filed the suit in March, and after the star rapper failed to respond for months, the judge is now warning that a default judgment could soon be entered against her. Reps for Minaj did not immediately return for a request for comment on Tuesday, July 14th. In a March complaint filed in Los Angeles court, attorneys for Gordon Reed claim Minaj had breached the contract she signed when she hired the firm to defend her in the I Lied case. They attached the actual agreement, which included industry standard language about the so-called billable hour system used by all major law firms for such work. GRSM's time will be accounted for in tenths of an hour, and fees are calculated by applying hourly rates assigned to GRSM attorneys, the contract reads. Fees and expenses will be billed monthly and are due upon receipt. Client is liable for GRSM's fees regardless of the outcome of this matter. The agreement detailed the pricey hourly rates for the firm's lawyers, including $650 per hour for work done by senior partners and $425 for lower-level associates. Such rates are typical for national firms doing high-profile work and far lower than the rates that some top lawyers at elite firms charge. Minaj's big bill highlights the difficult calculus presented by the many copyright lawsuits that music stars face. Under the American legal system, defendants typically pay their own lawyers even when they defeat a case, incentivizing artists to quickly settle with a small payment rather than incurring a much larger bill. That in turn encourages more cases seeking what critics sometimes call nuisance settlements. A nuisance settlement. I said nuisance settlement, excuse me. Minaj settled her case 18 months after it was first filed, after substantial motion practiced by both sides. In the notice asking for the case to be dismissed, the party said explicitly that each side would bear their respective attorney fees and costs. Ironically, Gordon Reed says that same approach won't govern its lawsuit against Minaj. The firm cited a provision in its service contract which says that if the firm was forced to sue her to collect a bill, the winner of the case will be awarded attorney fees and costs incurred in a collections proceeding. That could add even more money to Nikki's bill. Over the past 6 months, the star has faced multiple legal headaches over debts. In January, a judge threatened to order the sale of her Los Angeles area mansion before she finally paid a $500,000 judgment to a concert security guard um, allegedly assaulted by her husband. Then in March, she was hit with a lawsuit claiming she had inexplicably stiffed a concert production company on $275,000 in fees and had never given a reason. Court records show that Minaj never responded to the case filed by Gordon Reeves. Earlier this month, the firm filed a motion for a default judgment, meaning the judge will essentially rule the case uncontested and award the firm its fees. Last week, a judge ordered a hearing for September in which she could grant that request. Mm-mm. Ooh, child, that's that on that, honey. I got nothing. 'Cause, I mean,
Time to call Daddy Trump.
mm-hmm. Look, she better call him if you know what I know, honey. Especially since she already in there, honey. Because I got a story later on, um, about Trump and his money. But before we talk about Trump and money, let's talk about 50 Cent and his money, honey.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Because remember, the last time that we talked about him doing his projects in Shreveport, Louisiana, like we learned that a lot of based off of what we heard, the people of Shreveport were okay with this. They were actually welcoming him and they thought it was going to be good for the economy, the Shreveport economy, the jobs, and all of that. Well, honey, I don't know. It's looking like there might be a little bit of friction in that. And you all should see what I have just shared here by way of all hip hop. 50 Cent's surprising message to his haters in Shreveport. Mm-mm. Well, 50 is frustrated. For the better part of 2 years, 50 Cent has been one of Shreveport's loudest champions. He's bought buildings, announced television productions, pitched ambitious entertainment venues, and convinced many that the city could become an unexpected hub for film, music, and nightlife. Now, one of the biggest pieces of that vision appears to be on very shaky ground. The rapper and entrepreneur has publicly suggested he may step away from his proposed Red River District redevelopment in a major way. This is how negotiations get. There are people in Shreveport that just don't want things to get better. I only make deals that make sense. I'm going to have to pull back on the Red River. Peace, 50 wrote on Instagram. The post is a strong statement, one of the strongest he's ever made. The Red River District has long been viewed as a cornerstone of his broader plan to help revitalize downtown Shreveport. His company has been working towards taking over management of the city owned entertainment district located beneath the Texas Street Bridge. This struggling riverfront can be so dope with 50 at the helm, a destination for dining, nightlife, retail, and live entertainment. They already revealed the G Spot DAC to Go, a pop up daiquiri venue, but the project has encountered significant obstacles. Negotiations reportedly slowed after inspections found that several city owned buildings required extensive structural repairs. Jackson's G Unit team wants that to happen before they move on. Here's what all hip hop news. Here's what the All Hip Hop News Department has said. His larger vision for Shreveport is estimated at approximately $124 million, supported in part by a reported $50 million investment from the state of Louisiana. At the center of that plan is G Unit Studios, the production campus built around the former Millennium Studios property at 300 Douglas Street. The studio is expected to serve as home base for Jackson's growing slate of film and television projects, including Put Me on 50 and Flip This City. Additional developments include the planned G Dome, a 30,000 square foot immersive venue designed for concerts and live events, along with G Stage and expanded stage work facilities intended to support production, performances, and community programming. Jackson has also invested in multiple downtown properties as part of a long-term strategy that includes restaurants, office space, and residential redevelopment, excuse me. 50 is not abandoning Shreveport altogether yet. Red River negotiation seems to be the issue. For now, G Unit Studios and 50's downtown investment continues moving forward. The Red River District, however, has become the first major crack in this very ambitious redevelopment project. Stand by. Mm-mm. Hey, he seems like the type of motherfucker that be like, oh, you can't give me this one thing I want? Well, cancel the whole shit. So Well, that's that on that, honey. And what we got next? What we got next, girl? Just when you thought this shit was over with, because we talking about a lot of people suing for their legal fees today, honey. Justin Bodoni and Blake Lively, honey. I thought that shit was like, child, I thought we really done got to the end of that, but not
Yeah,
yet.
I thought that was settled.
Well, honey, because Blake wanted them legal fees,
Oh,
and Justin don't want to pay him. So, and you should see
Sometimes
where
just let that shit go. That's why Taylor cut your ass off. Cause you don't know how to fucking sit down. You got the win. You could have just left that shit alone and gone about your business. You don't need your lawyer fees paid. Y'all got money. Please.
she said, "Let me throw this cigarette on the ground and let me just put my foot over and just dig it into the ground. Let me add more to it." Oh, honey.
That's why you got cut off.
Well, you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Justin Baldoni opposes Blake Lively's $8 million legal fee request. Yes, $8 million in legal fees, bitch. Well, Justin Baldoni is firing back at Blake Lively's request that he pay a seven-figure sum to cover his legal bills in their It Ends With Us battle, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Baldoni and his Wayfarer team argue the amount Lively is seeking is wildly overinflated. They claim Blake has failed to present credible evidence showing she's entitled to the fees and are asking the judge to deny her request outright. The motion, filed by attorney Brian Friedman, states Lively's fee request is so over inclusive that it sweeps in fees for researching her own liability for perjury arising from her California CRD claim and her Rule 11 motion, for which the court has already denied fees. In the alternative, Baldoni argues that if the judge awards fees at all, the amount should be slashed from more than $8 million to a six-figure sum. The filing argues Lively is trying to make Baldoni pay for legal work that goes far beyond defending his defamation lawsuit, calling her request bloated and unsupported. A source close to Blake tells TMZ their argument on fees only being recoverable on the defamation claim is completely at odds with the statutory language. The statute says successful defense of the litigation, not the claim, and they don't deal with that at all in their opposition because they know they're wrong. The Blake source also tells us the cases were consolidated by the judge, which they do not dispute. As TMZ previously reported, Blake is seeking more than $8 million after a judge dismissed Baldoni's $400 million defamation lawsuit and ruled she was entitled to recover attorney's fees tied to defeating that claim. The fee dispute comes after Blake and Justin settled the remainder of their years-long battle in May, avoiding trial and remaining breach of contract and retaliation claims. Mhm. I'm actually really curious to see how this is going to end up. Oh, we have a comment saying, I blame Ryan Reynolds. Blake filed a lawsuit against him, lost, and now she wants to pay for her. So not exactly with this story. So Justin's $400 million lawsuit against Blake was dismissed, and then the judge ordered him to pay her legal fees. When what they're saying, what Justin's legal team is saying, oh, well, she charging too much, but we'll pay some. We're willing to pay six figures, but $8 million? Nah, she
right,
throwing
right.
shit in there.
$8 million is crazy for legal fees.
Hmm.
Yeah. She got too much dip on her chip. She really doing the most right now.
Yeah,
Low
yeah,
key.
she just like a white woman. I mean, on brand.
Yes, and then you and then you doing all this extra shit. People then fell out with you. You look bad. You and your husband look a little suspect. Mm.
Look like my girl Sonya would say, let me sip my coffee on that one.
Okay.
Shout out to my girl.
Cause you messed up your little friendship with Tay Tay behind this foolery. Mm, mm, mm.
Hmm. Well, girl, that is that on that. I can't remember we talked about the Irwin family. We talked about the son, Robert Irwin, and he was dating some new girl. I can't remember exactly when, but we did touch on that. But honey, this new girl now, the family, they think he moving a little bit too fast. Honey, they're like, well, hold up now, slow down, baby. You got too much dip on your chip or too much shrimp on your barbie because you know they're from Australia. You got too much shrimp on your barbie, baby. So we need to.
Oh, they don't like what he's doing. Oh. They don't like the
Yeah,
new girl.
they just based off of what I'm reading in this story, they just feel like I mean she cool, but there, why you talking about marriage and shit like that? Y'all just met. Well, look, I guess he feels like when you know, you know. And you all should see I just shared here by way of RadarOnline.com. It's an exclusive. Steve Irwin's family begs tragic crocodile hunter son Robert to slow down his love life after he snapped up wildfire photographer, sources claim.
I thought they had
Well,
been together for a while.
let's see. I should have and this is my fault because usually I'll have when I was show prepping today, I didn't put when we talked about it because usually I would go back to see what we said about, and
Yeah,
I just
we
didn't do
talked
that for
about
this
it.
story.
Yeah.
So but this starts. Robert Irwin is crazy about wildlife photographer Ashley Scully and is making plans for their future in the U.S. RadarOnline.com can reveal. Down under, the Australia Zoo Science concerned mom and sis are begging him to slow down. Sources said. An insider said Mother Terry and Sister Bendy understand why Robert is so taken with this stunning shutterbug and thinks she seems lovely, but added, their concern is more that he's already racing ahead and making all sorts of plans when the relationship is still very new. And their concerns are valid because he's talking about involving Ashley in every aspect of his life. He wants her spending time at the zoo, getting to know the family business, and becoming part of the wider Irwin world. As RadarOnline.com readers know, the family has carried on the conversation efforts of late patriarch Steve Irwin, known to TV fans as the Crocodile Hunter, who died in 2006 after being fatally injured by a stingray. And it's still fuck that stingray to this day, bitch. If I see you in the street, anyway. The insider says Scully, who's 24, seems like a perfect fit for Robert, who's 22, as they share so many of the same passions and interests. The problem is that he's already looking years ahead when he should really just be taking his time to get to know her, the source explained. Bendy and Terry keep reminding him there's no need to rush. They're thrilled to see him happy, but they do think he needs the coolest jets. Yep. See, so they're cool with her. So they say she seems lovely. She seems all right. They even have the same thing based off of this source, but he moving too fast. Now you talking about moving to the US and getting her involved in the zoo and the family business. That you just met this girl 5 minutes ago. Matter of fact, let me do a quick Google search to see when we talked about her. Let me see. Auntie Derek. And that's it. If you're listening, this is how you see her, like what celebrities I be talking about. Just Google Auntie Derek and then hashtag that particular celebrity. It'll pop up because I talk too damn much. Let's see. Ashley Scully. Okay. Let me pull something up. Doesn't seem like, let me see. I'm not
Yeah.
finding it at the moment.
I remember us talking about her, but I don't know how long it's been. So I guess when we talked about it, because it hasn't been that long. Like I guess he had just met her then.
It was Tuesday, March 24th of this year.
Okay.
That's and what was the story? I put in the description. Let me see. We do a find one page. Robert. This damn computer moving slow. Okay. Yeah, it was just this is the story that we did. So I guess this is when the relationship was new back then. Because she was seen laughing with him back in March. So yeah, Robert Irwin sparks dating rumors with photographer Pal.
Oh, okay. So that's really just 5 months or so
Hmm.
of them
And,
meeting.
and it seems like she got that nose wide open, and the mama and the sister is like, all right now, but what you doing, baby? Mm-mm.
Yeah, I can see their point,
Me too.
but he's not a kid. I mean, He's been out there for a minute. He's an adult. Maybe he, like you say, if you know, you know.
I
They
know
may
she
be,
know, honey. I know she probably like ching. Like,
they
that's
might
not fair
be
for
in.
me to say about her.
No, it's not. They might be in love. I mean, it happens. But get a prenup. Get a prenup. Get a prenup.
Get a
Got a lot
prenup.
going on there with the family business and everything. Just be smart about it.
And what's up with that move to the US? Like, what's that about? Like, is she encouraging it? Because I think if I remember correctly, was this Ashley girl American? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't remember all of that, but he's a grown
Mhm.
man. But just
Barely.
stop. He
But
is a
yeah,
grown man.
he 22, she 24. 22-year-olds are not known for making the best decisions, but these are his decisions to make. So,
Right, right. Just be smart about the decision. Get that paperwork. Get that work in place before you do all of that. Bring her, into the family business. It's one thing to want to
mhm,
get married, but to actually like involve her and give her, you know, access to your family business. It's not just his business. It's all of them, you know?
mhm. When
You
that
know what
seems
else
right.
doesn't discriminate? Fucking. Because that's all these bitches want to do is fuck anyway. Like, they just want a warm body, some in house, and she's willing to do it, and he's sprung, and she's 2 years older than him, right? I mean, technically the same age, but they're young and fucking. So, yeah, of course he wants to marry her.
And
So, you're right,
give
Chill.
out all that money.
You're right, Chill. A prenup is necessary, and if she don't sign a prenup, then his shit gets taken away from him. Fuck that. If I'm Mama and Bindi.
Yeah,
Look
I would
here.
definitely insist on that, that they, he
Hmm.
does some paperwork before he does that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They have a family dynasty. They got the up. What you mean? And she don't wanna be participating in like everybody else. This is a whole brand. This is a lifestyle. This is what we do over here. Everybody's in it. Oh wow.
Mhm.
This is why I don't have no kids. I had to fuck my son up.
Look, 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 and I'm not mad at Bendy or Mama for being protective.
Mm,
Absolutely, because baby
yeah,
got a little piece of cool cat and lost his fucking mind. Look here, and it happens. So they gotta step in and make
get to
sure
know
shit's
her.
straight.
Wait,
Hmm.
just wait. Wait a minute.
And shout out to Bendy. I would never forget, like, on Twitter, maybe this probably happened like 10 something years ago. Bendy just took a casual photo. This was like back when nobody realized she was Bendy Irwin. And she just looked like a random white girl that had a tarantula on her chest. And everybody was like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get that shit. That thing will kill you, girl, girl, girl. And then when people found out who she was, they was like, oh, never mind, girl. We know what you're doing. Good job, girl. Yes. Shout out to your daddy. And fuck that sting right.
Look, black folks don't play about that. What?
Isn't
We
Ben
were
married?
so yeah, and a baby.
Yeah, I
She's
thought
had
she had
yeah
got
kids,
married.
or maybe two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, we grew up on they daddy. Look here. Helped us, taught us about the animals and wildlife. We
Hmm.
likes him. We
And
likes
we
the
love his
family.
family too. So like Robert,
Mhm.
we get it. Maybe
Don't
you
get
are
your girl
really in
beat up.
love and she's in love with you, but don't let that
Exactly, man.
cloud
Mm,
your judgment as far as, giving
the
her
cousins
access to
will
your
fuck
family
her up.
business.
Please believe it. We'll fuck her up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't play with that. Be smart about it.
Very much so. We protective. Mm-mm.
Well, y'all, this next story I have, baby, is for my Bravo fans, honey. And when I tell you this story is this is first of all, I love when white people tea gets nasty and juicy and shit. This is exactly what that is. When I tell you, happy, stop working for a minute, baby, and listen, because this is your kind of tea right here. Girl, let's talk about Jax Taylor's motherfucking ass. Do y'all know who he is?
No.
Well, we've talked about him before. He's actually a very, very obnoxious like person, and he does not look good on reality TV at all. And he's not about to look good in real life either. Let me tell you what his ass did, honey. Him and that girl. Let me just get into it. You all should see. I have just shared by way of TMZ, and this story is in two parts. You see, it says Jax Taylor gets cozy with his and Brittany Cartwright's longtime publicist.
Oh
Brittany
boy.
Cartwright is the mother of his child.
Oh boy.
Look, we have a
Oh, and then I Googled him, and bitch, he's the same age, and he's a cancer man. Oh, Lord.
mhm.
Oh, Lord. It's
In fact, I
terrible.
think his birthday was just July 11th, if I remember
Hmm.
correctly.
Yes, it is. Oh, my God. He's the
Now
same age
what?
as him.
What show is he on? He must be on something I don't watch.
Vanderpump Rules, I believe. But
Oh,
correct me if I'm
oh,
wrong,
okay.
Happy.
That's Happy's show.
Let me see. Yep, he is.
Who was
And
he
what is
seen
it? The
with?
Valley? He was on The Valley and Vanderpump Rules. I'm up in here his stuff.
He was seen with the publicist of his child's, him and his child's mother's publicist.
Oh wow.
Mm.
And this starts, Jax Taylor got very cozy with someone who's been by his and Brittany Cartwright's side for years. Because TMZ has learned the reality star vacationed in Mexico with the former couple's longtime publicist, and TMZ has photos of them in the pool.
So
The
you know they
Vanderpump
been
Rules,
fucking.
the Vanderpump Rules alum spent the weekend at Hotel Musai in Puerto Vallarta with Lori Krebs, who has represented both Jax and his estranged wife for years. TMZ obtained photos showing the pair getting awfully close in the resort's infinity pool. Jax and Lori are seen embracing in the water, standing chest to chest while talking and, at one point, wrapping their arms around each other as they floated together. The witness tells TMZ the PDA went even further than what our cameras captured, claiming Jax and Lori were getting close and hugging throughout the day and weren't trying to hide that they were together. TMZ also obtained a video of the pair having what appears to be a very animated conversation while sitting poolside. We're told Jax and Lori were in Puerto Vallarta with a larger group of friends celebrating Jax's birthday, which was July 11th. As TMZ first reported, Brittany filed for divorce from Jax in August 2024 after 5 years of marriage. The former couple continues to co parent their son, Cruz, while navigating a rocky post split relationship. Lori, you are fucking messy.
Not
So
only
messy.
that, but like you're on vacation, so there's going to be some fucking. So I mean, I understand why it's happening, but he's gonna fuck whoever he wants to fuck, and she's gonna let him. And that here we are in Mexico.
And we have a
It's
comment cocaine,
messy.
narcissist, and bipolar. He is a huge red flag. Ooh.
Oh, damn, that was it. That was a very descriptive
He's not cute to me,
bullseye.
but I'm saying when you find that shit don't matter, and when you're vacationing, that shit really don't matter. And when you can be like, oh, okay, I'm fucking him tonight, that is out the window.
Yeah, that's white girl fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
exactly.
white girl fine. So, look, look, they been fucking. Cause you just don't one day pop up with your, they been doing canoodling.
I agree.
Oh,
And they all have some kind of relationship. But so and I remember I said this is going to be in two parts. So the next part of this is Brittany just went ahead and fired her ass. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Brittany Cartwright fires publicist Lori Krebs after Jax Taylor pool photos.
mm-hmm.
But at least, so her as a publisher, she knew to get ahead of that shit because the story basically said that she called Brittany ahead of time before TMZ published it.
Oh, she
But
know how to spin it. Please, girl.
mhm. And this is,
Girl.
and I'm not going to even read this whole thing, but it just says, Brittany Cartwright is severing a professional relationship that lasted more than a decade because TMZ has learned she fired her longtime publicist Lori Krebs after Lori was spotted on a cozy vacation with Brittany's estranged husband Jax Taylor. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Brittany decided to cut ties with Lori on Monday after learning about the photos TMZ obtained showing Lori and Jax snuggled up in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Our sources tell us Lori called Brittany before TMZ published the photos to give her a heads up that the story was coming. And I'll just go ahead and stop right there. Yeah, yes, that was her current publicist girl fucking her ex-husband because she was the publicist for the both of them.
Crazy.
They
You
just
know
be
what?
sucking and fucking each other on Vanderpump Rules, honey, don't they?
Now they already are divorced.
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay. Child.
They are divorced, but while they were married, Brittany was both of now Laura was both of
Right.
their publicists.
No, I got that part. I just didn't realize they're divorced. I thought maybe this was um, you know, an affair and they was the publicist. Got it.
No, we don't see. It's no affair yet, honey. But remember what happened with Mike Vrabel and Diana, honey? We just thought that was a one time thing. Then we learned she would pop and put. She was like Trim. I want to twerk on the fly. She want to twerk on the fly.
Shut
She was popping it on
up.
the boat. Allegedly.
Look, look. That didn't just. I don't know. They probably been fucking. To be honest,
hmm We
shit
have a
like that
comment
don't
saying,
never
"Let this
come
be
out
a
the
warning to women." Yes, and that's you are not a girl's girl doing some shit like that, and that is of all the.
no.
But just and then yes, because you yes, okay, I can totally understand. I've never been to Mexico before, but I have heard it is a fabulous time, and I feel like it's a lot of maybe some Mexicans out there that can kind of you ain't got to deal with no regular white man in Mexico. Like what the fuck? Like
Look,
that's just me, but. mm.
but child, mm, people sometimes don't care about their money. She said, she wasn't giving me that much anyway. Oh well, I don't know. I wouldn't want them, but I guess.
Well, girl, speaking about people who don't care about their money, honey, this is what PK happy. We got more Bravo news, boo. PK Kimsley, honey. You remember the last time we talked about him? We talked about him on our May 12th show, and this is Dorit Kimsley's I guess you can call it ex-husband now, because they're currently going through a divorce from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Happy says, you really don't want me to work. No, I do not. Well, honey, PK says Dorit is out here just being a bad bitch and she don't give about nothing but her and being a bad bitch. She ain't caring about shit at the house. She ain't take care of nothing at the house. She too busy being a bad bitch. And you know what, Dorit, to that I say, work. So you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Dorit Kimsley's estranged husband, PK, claims she's ignoring their financial crisis. So let's get into it. Dorit Kimsley's estranged husband, PK Kimsley, claims she's off on a European vacation with no return date, refusing to work on their divorce, despite their $1 million mansion being closed to foreclosure. PK filed new legal docs obtained by TMZ, slamming the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star as he attempts to convince the judge in their divorce to give him sole control of the sale of their 6 bedroom, 10 bathroom Los Angeles area estate, which is reportedly worth around $8 million. As TMZ first reported, PK claims he moved out of the home after the split with Dorit. He said he continued contributing to the bills, but Dorit failed to make mortgage payments despite pulling in massive Real Housewives of Beverly Hills checks. PK claimed Dorit spent over $1 million on travel and luxury clothes. In his filing, PK claims the home is once again close to being sold off at a foreclosure auction. He says he has tried to resolve this matter for months, but Dorit is making things hard. He claims she has a pattern of non cooperation and broken promises. PK claims he recently put up $300,000 of his own funds to pay mortgage arrears to prevent foreclosure. After Dorit agreed she would sign a deal to reimburse him from any sale of the home. In his filing, he said the home may be put up for auction by the lender within weeks unless Dorit goes through with listing the home immediately. PK claims that while he's been dealing with the matter, Dorit decided to depart for an extended vacation in Europe, leaving their 2 kids with her parents. He says their 2 kids do not know where Dorit is or when she's coming back. He said this proves Dorit prioritizes personal travel over addressing the urgent financial crisis facing our family home. PK is asking the court to intervene and give him sole authority to sell the home. I'm sorry, y'all. PK said, fuck you. I'm taking the kids to the grandma house and I'm going to Europe. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck this. She
And
said,
fuck that house.
he said PK claimed Dorit spent over $1 million on travel and luxury clothes. And to me, I feel like that $1 million is just a normal Tuesday.
$1 million on clothes and travel, baby. She has been living it up.
Listen, to that I say work. I hate for the kids wonder where their mama at, honey, but listen, work. I'm sorry. This is for
What do you always say? We love women in male dominated fields.
women in male dominated fields that I love to see it. Well, that is that on that, honey. Girl, you remember when I teased earlier? I said I was going to talk about a story about our president, Donald Trump, hunting his money. Well, this story actually broke earlier, like right before we started recording. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Donald Trump pays E. Jean Carroll $5.2 million dollars after Supreme Court rejects appeal. So she got her money, honey. Y'all, like I really, and I think we just kind of need to maybe just take a few seconds to kind of really take this story in and process what happened, right? We have our current sitting president just paid out $5.2 million dollars to his sexual assault victim. Like, is this like anyway? Well, this starts. E. Jean Carroll is finally getting paid. More than 3 years after a jury found President Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming her. Carroll has officially received 5.62 million dollars, including interest from Trump after the US Supreme Court declined to hear Trump's appeal, clearing the way for the money, which had been sitting in a court-controlled account, to be released. Roberta Kaplan, Carroll's attorney, tells TMZ 3 years ago, a unanimous 9-person jury found President Trump liable for sexually assaulting and defaming E. Jean Carroll. Today, we are pleased to report that she has received the damages payment the jury awarded her as a result of that verdict. SCOTUS declining to take up Trump's appeal on June 29th left intact the 2023 civil verdict that awarded Carroll $5 million dollars. With interest added during the lengthy legal fight, the final payout came to $5.62 million dollars. The case stems from Carroll's allegation that Trump sexually assaulted her in a dressing room in the mid 1990s after the two crossed paths while shopping. A federal jury unanimously found Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation, but not liable for rape under New York legal's definition. Excuse me. While this chapter is now closed financially, the legal battle isn't over. Trump is still appealing a separate 2024 jury verdict ordering him to pay Carroll roughly $83 million dollars for additional defamatory statements he made about her after she first came forward with her allegations.
Get your coin,
Y'all,
girl. Get your coins.
get
Love
your
it.
coin, girl.
Well, she said she was going to donate it to a charity that fights against Trump or something like that. Something to really piss him off too. Love that for her. Love it.
Hmm.
Cause she ain't broke. She ain't broke by any means, so she's straight. Love that.
I'm just like, why, like, because when he was found, when they awarded him, like when they awarded her that money, even then was still a shocker. But it's like now she's getting that money. She's going to be awarded that because he tried to appeal it. The Supreme Court said wrong. No.
Surprisingly, my God.
Hmm. I just I'm like we have never. This is what they
Oh
say,
yeah.
millennials, honey. We tired of seeing like precedent these times, honey. We tired of seeing unprecedented times, honey. Like this is, I my mind
Shit.
cannot even process what I'm looking at right now.
Y'all, y'all, shit. The rest of us too, shit. Good- Shit. It's
Hmm.
crazy. I'm tired, child. It's been going since the was a space challenger blew up when I was in elementary school. Look here, I've been dealing with this shit for a long time, and I am not a millennial. Shit,
Well, you
I'm
close to it.
close
We
to
got you're actually a zillennial.
yes, I'm close.
Hmm. You are
Big
very
sister
close
over
to the
here.
earth than them other ones, honey. No shade to Gen X, but we claiming you, girl. Gen X can't have you. No shade.
Look, big sister, okay? Because
Hmm.
yes, this it's been going on for a long time.
Well, I have three more stories left. The next two
Oh,
stories I have are about so both about the real life characters whose lives were turned into movies. The first person is Jordan Belfort, who y'all probably remember his name from The Wolf of Wall Street. I believe Leonardo DiCaprio played him.
okay.
And you all should see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort finally free from court ordered restitution. So let's get into it. Jordan Belfort, aka the Wolf of Wall Street, is finally free from making court order restitution payments stemming from his federal fraud case, TMZ has learned. According to sources, Jordan's legal obligation to continue making restitution payments expired on April 28th, 2026, bringing to a close more than 2 decades of court supervision tied to the case. Jordan tells TMZ, for nearly 3 decades, I've lived with the consequences of my past and worked every day to take responsibility for it. Today, I can finally say that I completed my court order restitution. It's hard to put into words what that means. It brings a sense of closure that I've been working towards for most of my adult life. He continued, I'm grateful to finally close this chapter and focus entirely on the life I've built, the lessons I've learned, and helping others avoid making the same mistakes. Jordan famously founded the investment firm Stratton Oakmont before pleading guilty to securities fraud and money laundering. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison and ultimately served 22 months. While the restitution obligation was originally set at a nine-figure sum, the court-appointed trustee ultimately distributed a much lower amount to 1,513 victims of the fraud before Jordan's payment obligation expired. The timing is particularly notable as Paramount Plus is set to release a documentary this week revisiting Jordan's past. He had no part in the documentary. Jordan says the doc fails to include the final chapter of his story. That after nearly 3 decades, he fulfilled every court order restitution obligation and has now closed that chapter of his life. Mm-mm. So that documentary that will be coming out about him on Paramount Plus, he had nothing to do with it, and he would rather them talk about what happened now or what's happening now in the court order restitutions than for you to talk about how he was scamming and bamming. I feel.
No, and it's like they just love to continue to beat a dead horse and glorify these scamming ass white people. We had a whole big ass movie. Why do we need an additional documentary on the same person again?
And that movie was good as hell too. I really enjoyed that movie.
I mean, Leonardo was acting his ass off. We got great memes off of that shit. I mean, come on now.
Mhm.
But like, why? Why do they need another fucking documentary? For what? Off this scamming ass white man. Boy, they love to beat shit into the ground.
Girl, I just saw like just like you said, they love being. They sure do. Girl, Carrie, you know the move, the Stephen King novel Carrie that Sissy Spacek
I
famously.
know that. Yes.
Girl,
Uh-huh.
they are making it into a freaking series that will be on Amazon Prime.
Oh my
And I think the stills I saw, I did see Matthew Lillard playing in there for some reason. I don't know if he's going to be like a male version of Sue Snell or what. I don't know what he's going to be doing in it. But I'm like, how many times are they going to tell this story? How many times? I have seen
No
so many.
originality.
None at all. I have seen. I'm telling. Let me count the original. The one they brought on TV. They had that version. The one with Chloe. The one that when did they come out? Like 10 years ago, maybe. I feel like I saw another, and I would count. Even though The Rage Carrie 2 was terrible, it's still one of my favorite movies. I don't give a fuck. That movie made not one bit of damn sense, but I loved it. Oh my god. But yeah, we've seen Carrie like the, a nerdy white girl, a bullied white girl gets bullied. They bully her so that she got an overzealous religious mom who gives her a hard time, and then she goes out and kills everybody with her telekinesis. How many times are we going to tell that damn story?
How
I
many
mean,
times? Like, do they have no original ideas?
no, they don't. And they and and let's just really talk about it because the only original movies that's been put out recently have been from black people. Mm, they're not telling no stories out here. They keep rebooting the same shit over and over and over again. Like,
It's
please get
annoying.
fucking for real. I
Some of
haven't
it is
seen what is think of it. Okay, it's a bunch of us in here. Does anybody can anybody think of a white person that has put out an original movie recently?
Recently, not that I can think of.
Only original content I'm really seeing is like the streaming services, Netflix, Amazon. You know, they have their own original content, but as far as a whole movie, mm, most of it is just redone of the redone. You know,
I mean, even the shows. What's the original content? Well, I can't even think of, because I feel like it's still a play on some a story that's been told, or uh, I don't know. I can't come up with anything. Because I mean, even the boys. I mean, although it was a great take, it's still from a comic, like a
it
Hmm.
is, but I mean the spin that they put on it, they put a
no, it
lot
was
of
good.
original change, change
Yes,
the superhero powers and things, but it ain't like superheroes are new,
but
but
it's
they did
no.
manage to tell like a very new version of it and make it successful in that manner. Same thing with House of Dragons. I mean, mythical stories have been around for
Yes, ever
ages, but just taking it
the
and making
spin.
it your own is basically
Yeah,
what you have to do.
but
It's
again,
hard to
there.
do when you're redoing content that's been out there a long time.
Mhm.
Just like they keep trying to recycle these comics from these sitcoms and bringing them
Well,
back
and how many
20,
times
30 years
Frankenstein?
later. Like,
How many times have we redone Frankenstein or Dracula or
right, right.
I mean, it's
Now, the
been a
last
minute.
Frankenstein movie was, I kind of liked it because it was different. I've seen, like two Frankensteins recently
Mhm.
that just changed kind of the story, told a different version of it
Mhm.
instead of, the same old, the villagers coming for the monster kind of thing. They did put a
Mhm.
different spin on it.
But
So
it's the same story.
it
Just
is. It
Hmm. And
is.
I
They
and I
have.
misspoke. It looks like Matthew Lillard will be playing a Principal Grail. So go ahead, Queen of
happy.
Happiness.
Go happy.
It's like Odyssey. I mean, how many times, do we need to watch or read about Odyssey? You know why? It's because that way they could hire the same white actors and whoever gets the credit. Like, tell me, like, give me another story. That's
Okay,
really the
well,
truth.
yeah, and I hear you. However, the most recent Odyssey that will be coming out, baby. I'm going to be front, center, and seated. They got Lupita Nyong'o playing Helen of Troy.
Oh, just saw about how I guess didn't know that um Elon has been railing against this because he is so upset it's a black woman that's playing it.
That racist motherfucker said there ain't no way the face of a black woman started a whole war. No, y'all got me fucked up. Redo it. Get a white bitch up in there. Grimes, you available?
But it's only like one or a handful of people of color. I mean, give us stories from, that's not white European, white American, Australians,
Right. Look
white
how they
Africa.
railed against
Okay,
Hallie playing the Little Mermaid. I mean, back in the
a
day,
fictional
those
character.
people were dark skinned. Helen of Troy was probably black. Like, come on now. You done
Look, these
whitewashed
white folks
Jesus, the
thinks
Greeks.
they think that them Sun Dodgers really think that they was in the promised land, child, and can't be. They get sunburnt for 10 minutes outside, please. That's why I still
Right.
don't understand why there are white people, white Dutch
The
people
Egyptians. They were
in
black people.
South Africa. Bitch, they need to go back to their country, please. Be fucking for real. That's a whole
Right.
nother. But I digress. But again, I've only seen original story, original in the last 5 years, 10 years. It's only original story from black creators.
Well, I mean, look who's been winning the Oscar too. I mean, that's why the South Korean movies have been winning. It's original stories, at least for us,
Yes,
like in America, right? Like,
yes.
show us
And we
more though.
haven't, yes.
Because they
Actually, you're
they
right,
put us
Happy.
in it.
The Asian diaspora has been putting out some original content as well, but not the white one.
They make everybody white when it's not true.
A whole cartoon character.
Thank you. You pissed off
So,
because a black woman played a whole cartoon character.
Child. And then
mm,
when the Percy Jackson series came out on Disney Plus and they made the Annabeth a little black girl, honey. Oh, they went off, girl, giving that little black girl a hard time.
They don't even want James Bond to be black. James Bond is a fictional fucking character. Like, what?
child, you can't tell them it ain't a white man, child. You can't tell them that it's not supposed to be a white, European, accented white man. They don't even want a white American to play. They said he got to have the accent.
Now, what I don't like about what Christopher Nolan is saying about this artist, because they use that same excuse all because that's what they're saying about this Carrie shit, this Carrie TV series. They want to modernize it, modernize. Okay, cool.
For what?
Like do a like let it inspire you to do a modern story, but don't do the same shit. That like but even though yes, I am going to be going to see it because I'm a huge fan of the Odyssey, Homer, Greek mythology. I'm that kind of
I
bitch.
do
Like
like it, I do. But it's just it just reinforces their mediocrity because how many which ways you gonna tell them modernize? I don't need to be modernized. It ain't a building. Shit,
Yeah,
what we
modernize
put
is like CGI and I mean,
for what?
tell us like the Egyptian stories, the Mesopotamian. I mean, it's like
Well, they're gonna try and put white people in. They've already done
yeah,
that, and they put white people in it, and it's like,
Look,
please be fucking for real.
I have watched some of the old westerns. Like my cousin likes to watch old westerns, right? And the
Hmm.
way those Indians had blue eyes, I'm like,
Ain't no fucking.
they was just as white as can be. I don't know if they put
Mm.
tan lotion on them or something,
You
but
know they
here
was
come the
black
Indians with
brown facing them.
blue
I
eyes.
was just
You know
about to
they
say
was
that
brown
one. That's
facing them.
one of the OG blackface.
Oh
Hmm.
Lord,
Hmm.
yeah,
yeah,
they.
so many good stories from the Native Americans. Like
That
But
haven't even.
don't well. But back in the day, they made them white. Like come on.
yeah,
Everything. White folks. Of course, Native Americans couldn't actually play themselves. They
No, of
had
course not.
to. Ugh, I
That
mean,
was
well,
so
hell, they didn't
crazy
want
to
us to
me.
play ourselves, even in a derogatory manner. They up there painting their faces. Child, oh God, Jesus Christ. Ooh, deliver us, Lord. But I mean, just original thoughts. They just keep. They had original thoughts, and then they've come up to the point where they just said, "Fuck it, we just gonna keep remixing the same shit or rebooting it."
well, each of you have such good stories. So hello, Hollywood. Come to Auntie Derek's show. Like, each of all of you have such good stories. They should make movies out of that.
Well,
mhm,
actually, the person who got some of the good stories is talking. And ma'am.
wake that up. Okay, and yes, Hollywood, if you do come to Auntie Derek's, bring money. Don't come over here thinking you're gonna get stories for free.
Oh yeah, no.
Because
Bring
you
that
know they
money.
will do that.
Bring your pocketbook.
Open that purse.
Okay.
Yeah, they kill me with that. Just want to make everybody white. Everybody.
Like, please be fucking for real. South Africa, white people, be fucking for real. Go back to your homeland. What is it? What is it? Dutch? What's that country called? Shit.
Mhm.
Go back over there.
Go back where you came from.
Hmm.
That said, I'll be watching Odyssey in the theater.
Okay, girl.
Well, I mean, they did put Lupita in there, so I mean, we do need to
Oh
support.
hell
They
yeah.
got Lupita, Elliot Page, Anne
I'm
Hathaway. Like,
glad he's getting work. I'm glad that is coming together for him.
mhm.
Lapita is gonna kill it, and we don't
Oh,
care if
well, of
y'all
course
don't
she is.
like it.
And Christopher Nolan don't either. Y'all see in this article, he said because this is the chatter. He said, well, he pretty much said the conversation around the Odyssey is ultimately irrelevant. So,
Okay, especially because it's been Elon tweeting about it constantly,
And he
like it's
really don't
his
matter.
obsession. And
He
I'm
don't
like,
matter.
please,
Make your own
you
fucking
don't,
movie.
please, with his old. Fucking inbred acting ass. Little fucking weirdos. Can't stand his ass. Ruin the best app out there. Golly.
Mhm. I'll never forgive him what he did to Twitter. For
Mm-mm,
real.
never.
What do y'all remember the movie Captain Sully? The one where Tom Hanks
Of
played the pilot?
course.
Hmm.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Well, y'all, so unfortunately, the real life Captain Sully, he has actually revealed that he has Alzheimer's.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Yep. And y'all should see I just shared by way of TMZ. Captain Sully reveals he has Alzheimer's.
Oh, that
Oh, I hate
sucks.
that diagnosis. I really do.
Oh
Yep. Well, this starts. Captain Chelsea Sully Sullenberger says he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's last year, though he's not letting it stop him from living his life. The pilot, who famously landed a commercial airplane on the Hudson River during a 2009 emergency, says he was diagnosed in August 2025 after he noticed he begun to forget things. In a statement, Sully explained, it is early stage. For now, this means a name may not come easily to me. I forget a story I have recently told, or I don't sleep as well. But I'm in the beginning of this long journey. He
no.
says he didn't realize how widespread Alzheimer's is, especially among people 65 and older. Though Sully notes it doesn't spare any age groups until his doctor gave him the numbers. According to the Alzheimer's Association, more than 7 million people 65 plus live with the disease. Sully's wife Lori says, just as he was the same steady person before and after Flight 1549, he is the same steady person now before and after this diagnosis. Remember, on January 15th, 2009, a bird strike caused double engine failure to Flight 1549, but Sully acted decisively, landed the plane in the middle of the New York waterway, and saved all 155 souls aboard. The event of the flight were dramatized in the 2016 film Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Tom Hanks as the titular pilot. Sully retired from commercial flying in 2010, and he will be inducted into the National Aviation Hall of Fame in September. He is 75 years old, and People was the first to report on Sully's diagnosis.
Oh, that's so sad. I hate that for him because, that was some extraordinary shit that happened. And
Yeah.
that's just sucky. And you said 65 million people? That's a lot of people.
No, I think it said what was it, over 7 million people that were
Oh,
65 and older.
okay. I misheard you. Okay, because I was like, God damn, that's a lot. But even 7 million is still a lot. So,
Hmm.
Such a sad diagnosis when you know what's coming. You know, your
oh,
family know what's coming. You
it's
know
a
what's
slow
coming.
march. And it's just a
Yeah,
slow
you're losing your
march.
mind. You're losing your the memories of your loved ones. I mean, that's got to be devastating.
Yeah, it is. I mean, just like can't I mean these very big things like cancer and Alzheimer's,
ALS,
dementia, ALS, like my God,
and
it is a
Alzheimer's is
lot.
fatal too. I mean, over time, it's a
Yeah,
fatal disease as well. You know, just
because it
oh my
just
God.
doesn't it like I don't even know what actually but happens, but what kills you. But I guess it's like the causes of it.
And I guess the deterioration of the brain tissue and matter, and I can't really speak on it with my background being in pediatrics.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have
Yeah.
Alzheimer's, so but I know a lot of
Yeah.
people with it die. You know,
Yes, and I don't know, like, I know what you mean. Like, I don't know what is the thing. Like, is it the brain tissue just dies out? Do they forget how to, like, does it stop you from breathing? Like, what is the thing that mechanically that happens? I guess. I don't know.
Mm, that is a good question. And I hope I will always be ignorant. I hope I never find the answer.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Libra Queen.
I can't remember where I read it. But essentially, there was some study basically saying that Alzheimer's um, is a degree of it's a degree of like it's a result of diabetes or something like that, like associated with diabetes, um, and that they had done some research where like they were helping to reverse it, and one of the ways that they were doing it was like through some kind of medication and like exercise or something, which made me really 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 like think, because it's apparently like some kind of like plaque buildup that happens in your brain that is a causation associated with like uh insulin levels or something. um but yeah, I thought that was very very interesting, and that's something like uh because my father, I don't know if he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I know he did have um what they would consider early onset memory loss, dementia. I think that's something that like I'm always cognizant of, because it can be environmental and I think it also can be genetic. Um, but like it's just so much, because you if you are the person who are the family member, you lose that person twice, and then when you have to like think about the level of care for that person, especially when they're functioning and can move around. It's so much. It's so much that's like mentally taxing and physically taxing, and and I really want people to like be very very mindful of it, especially the black community, because I love us real bad. Um, but yeah, God bless
Well,
her.
I know that's crazy. I did pull it up. It said it's secondary complications. That's usually the cause, not the actual like brain damage or anything like that. So aspiration from pneumonia or
Girl,
malnutrition.
Quinn, you have just, girl, I was just doing a quick Google search while you were speaking, girl, and I didn't even know that it was a thing to even call it type 3 diabetes. You just put me on to something.
Type
But
3.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I just shared this article. You see where it says, but from UC Health Today, diabetes increases the risk of getting Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah.
Pretty much essentially saying what Libra Queen was just going over, and but they don't like that type 3 diabetes name because they feel like it oversimplifies a complex disease.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, yeah.
type 3 diabetes, I did not even know this is a thing.
Neither did I. I had never, I mean, I've never heard anybody say that before until just you, the first person. But yeah,
Wow.
so the cause or secondary complications, I guess. Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
they become weaker, pneumonia, maybe fall,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
That's what they said: fall,
Mm-hmm.
aspiration,
Yeah.
sepsis, malnutrition.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
well, I mean, that's how what you call it died. Uh, after his wife passed away, he basically starved to death.
Oh,
Gene Hackman.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Gene. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He didn't have enough, brain to feed himself, take care of himself. Just
Hmm.
wandered around until he passed. That is
Hmm.
so crazy.
Nuts.
Well, child, speaking of crazy, honey. Hi, Moderna. Speaking of crazy, my last story, child. Remember I said before the show, we're going to be talking about Fawn Weaver.
Oh God,
Girl,
embarrassing. Jesus.
you all should see I've just shared here by way of the Moore County Observer. The People CEO, no more. Oh, fine. Well, among the whirlwind of activity surrounding Uncle Nearest and Nearest Green Distillery, one significant change has flown under the radar. Founder Fawn Weaver is out as the People CEO, her self proclaimed moniker. The court appointed receiver overseeing the embattled whiskey company says he terminated Fawn and Keith Weaver's employment and involvement with Uncle Nearest effective June 1st.
Damn.
Receiver Philip G. Young Jr. disclosed the decision in his fourth quarterly report filed Friday, July 10th, in U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Tennessee. Young said he has since worked to restrict the Weavers' access to company facilities and computer systems. Their personal property was returned to them or their representatives, he said. While this decision was not made lightly, Young wrote, it has resulted in significantly less confusion among employees and vendors and has made business operations significantly smoother. The Weavers confirmed receiving termination notices in a joint answer filed 3 days earlier in Farm Credit Mid America's lawsuit against Uncle Nearest. Their attorney said Fawn Weaver received a notice of termination from the receiver on or about June 1st, 2026. Keith Weaver received a similar notice, although the filing added that he was not an employee. The filings agree on the central point. The receiver ended both Weaver's involvement with the company they founded. They are less clear about Keith Weaver's technical employment status. Young referred to terminating the Weaver's employment and involvement collectively, while their filing maintains that Keith was not an employee. The terminations did not dismiss the Weavers from the federal lawsuit. Both remain individual defendants in the case. Fawn Weaver's path into the whiskey business began in 2016 when she became interested in the story of Nathan Nearest Green. Green was a formerly enslaved distiller whose contribution to Tennessee whiskey had long remained outside the national spotlight. Jack Daniels and others now recognize him as the first known black master distiller and credit him with teaching a young Jack Daniel the craft. Weaver began interviewing Green's descendants and researching records, photographs, artifacts, and family accounts connected to his life. What began as a research and book project grew into a business. The Weavers founded Uncle Nearest in 2016. Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey debuted in 2017, built around placing Green's name and contribution at the center of the story. Green's descendants became part of the brand's public identity. His great great granddaughter, Victoria Edie Butler, became Uncle Nearest's master blender and one of its most visible representatives. The first phase of Nearest Green Distillery opened September 14, 2019, along US Highway 231 in Shelbyville. The campus was designed as both a working whiskey operation and a destination devoted to Green's history, with additional buildings and attractions planned as the property developed. Uncle Nearest quickly attracted national attention. By 2022, Food and Wine described it as one of America's fastest growing whiskeys. The brand had expanded into all 50 states and 12 countries, while its bottles accumulated dozens of medals and industry honors. Its appeal went beyond what was in the bottle. Uncle Nearest entered the market with a compelling American story. A black distiller whose influence had long sat at the edge of whiskey history, a descendant carrying his legacy forward, and a black woman leading a company in an industry traditionally dominated by white men. For years, the public story was one of remarkable growth. Behind it, financial strain had been building. Uh, Farm Credit later alleged that Uncle Nearest had been in default under its loan agreement since as early as January 2024. The Weavers acknowledged in their joint answer that some interest and principal payments were not made on the precise dates listed by the lender. They dispute Farm Credit's broader description of those events as continuous or escalating defaults and denied many of its allegations about the company's financial reporting, collateral, and business practices. By spring 2025, the dispute could no longer be contained behind the scenes. Uncle Nearest and Farm Credit entered into a forbearance agreement on April 15, 2025. The agreement temporarily held off enforcement while the company was expected to meet financial, reporting, and restructuring requirements. It did not produce a lasting resolution. The Weavers admit that Uncle Nearest did not repay its revolving loan and its stated maturity date, July 22nd, 2025. They dispute accuracy, enforceability, maturity, and collectability of several amounts Farm Credit says were outstanding. Farm Credit filed suit 6 days later, alleging more than $100 million in outstanding principal and asking the court to appoint a receiver to protect its collateral. The Weavers deny many of the lender's allegations. Among other things, they contended that a major reduction in the company's borrowing base resulted from Farm Credit directing the reclassification of whiskey inventory, not from false reporting by Uncle Nearest. The court appointed Young as a receiver, August 22nd, 2025. He and his consultants assumed control of the company's financial and operational decisions. The founders had lost control of the business, but they remained associated with it until the receiver ended their employment involvement on June 1st. Young quarterly report places the terminations against the backdrop of months of increasingly bitter litigation between the receiver and the weavers. He said lawsuits, appeals, and attempts to stop or delay court approved actions and consume receivership resources confused employees, vendors, and distributors and threatened efforts to preserve the company's value. The disputes included appeals challenging the receivership, attempts to block the sale of the company's Martha Vineyard property, and Fawn Weaver's unsuccessful effort to place the company into Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Young did not identify one incident as a trigger for the terminations. He said the decision followed a variety of factors addressed throughout his report. The report gives Young account. I'm sorry, the report gives Young's account. It does not include a response from the Weavers to his contention that removing them reduced confusion and made the company easier to operate. The Weavers' joint answer confirms the termination notices, but does not address Young's explanation for issuing them. Young also says his ongoing forensic investigation could lead to legal claims against Fawn Weaver, Keith Weaver, former Chief Financial Officer Michael Sinzaki, or entities they control. No such claims have been filed, and the investigation remains underway. Young says Uncle Nears remains insolvent but continues operations through farm credit funding, reduced expenses, and professional fees that have remained below budget. He is negotiating an agreement to sell substantially all the core assets associated with Uncle Nearest. The transaction could be presented directly to the receivership court or completed through a prepackaged Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Young expects to file a notice of a proposed sale within 30 to 60 days. Nearly a decade after Fawn Weaver turned Nearest Green Story into a historical mission, a national whiskey brand, and a sprawling Shelbyville destination, she is no longer its chief executive or part of its operations. Keith Weaver is out too. The June 1st notices did more than in their former roles. They cut the founders off from the company just as the receiver prepares to sell what they built. I don't know about y'all, but and I know this was a long ass story, but baby, this is systemic racism at play. Like this is baby, like wow, that wow. I have no words. I truly hate this for her. I actually was a really big fan of Uncle Nearest whiskey. Jazzeray was the one who introduced it to me when at one of her sneaker events, and it was
Mm.
delicious. So,
When I said they're gonna chop up this company and it's gonna be sold up to these white folks, and that's the cold part about it. That's the saddest part. And yes, systemic racism, some greed, some fumbling the fucking ball, not paying attention, something. Cause girl, you let this
mhm.
legacy go. I mean, I don't know. We don't know specifically, but I mean, it feels like trying to live above your means, live kind of like that pinky shit. I don't know.
Ooh.
Doing the most.
especially with the people CEO title. Like you,
Yeah.
it just feels like she was trying to give herself a market employee versus
Hmm.
like really focusing on a company because Uncle Nearest whiskey is very good. I remember when
Hmm.
it first came out, I had tried it a couple years after at this food and wine festival in Oakland. They were still trying to get the name out, and they had three different batches. You know, the 93 proof, which is their normal, and then there was 99, and I think there was like 100.
Uh oh. He lost the connection.
Mhm, he probably tried to click the microphone and kick himself out.
I mean, you know, it's a legacy, it's a history. So it's unfortunate that this has happened and that, you know, they are gonna chop that company up. They're gonna chop it right on up.
Oh yeah, she done lost control of
Mhm.
the whole damn thing.
And then they fired her ass
Hmm.
because she probably was in there still acting a motherfucking fool. Oh God,
It's sad to see.
it
I
is.
just, oh,
It really is. Because I mean, the story was beautiful. The history, like getting the shit straight. It really, once that story came out, it really shook up Jack Daniels for real, for real. Like
like
it
where was
shook
the
they. they marketing up and shit like that. So
Why weren't you making your payments? Like, what happened there? It's giving me vibes of the turkey leg hut.
that too, getting being that just kind of like what Moderna was pointing out, like trying to be that entertainer, just being famous, being seen, and I feel like that's what happened with Pinky. You trying to be out here and be that superstar and keep up with the Joneses and these celebrities and losing focus of the mission. Turkey leg hut, same thing. Greedy, trying to be celebrities and losing the mission, and then ultimately losing the business. And it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad
Very sad.
because black folks, we don't get too many chances. Mm. So I hate it. I hate it because
That
I
part.
Uncle Nearest is good. It's good, and the story was good, and it looked like a winning situation, and how it just went sour.
And you're very right, Moon. We don't get too many chances. And even though they're saying in the courts that they're going to try to, sell it to like a majority black owned company or whatever, we know that's not going to happen. They're not going to prove that in the courts. And so you're sitting up here with a space of like, this was a black owned company in a market that's already very limited towards black people, right? Like we don't have a lot of black owned whiskey distilleries,
Right. I
even though
buy that.
we basically taught how to do it. We don't have much of our own, and to tarnish the legacy like this is just it's so sad. The
Yeah.
courts are coming after you. They're using the racism to come after you, and to not have everything in order. Like I know that she grew up under the mantra of like we got to be twice as good to get just half as far. You know, so it's like, why wouldn't you already have everything in order to make sure that the courts
Greed,
and these
baby.
companies wouldn't be able to even come at you like this? Because I'm not saying
Greed.
that that's what it is. That's what
They
it
lose
is.
focus. You start losing sight because she was doing it. She
He
was doing
was.
the things, and then you lose sight. Slutty vegan. She was doing the things
Hmm.
and lost sight of the vision,
Yeah, like what
that
black owned
money.
company is going to be able to buy this? Like you say, we don't have many chances. And how many black owned whiskey distributors are there?
I think
I
there's
Not
a
many,
one. As
if
far as
any.
no.
I know, there's a few. I know we have one in Oregon, a black woman that she did she started out with vodka and now she has whiskey, but she's still like she's not a big time person.
Right. Like, who's going to buy this? It's not going to go to a black owned company. We already know this.
Well, yeah, and then Jay-Z tried to, I mean, that whole thing where he tried to put up some money for that.
Mm,
And it's like he already has his own stuff. Right? He has his own battles with Duce and the distributors with them and the lawsuits that he's got going on.
yeah.
You're
You
breaking up hella
said she
bad,
own
Madonna,
whiskey. Oh, for real?
Yeah, honey, it's bad. You sound like you was in a
Damn.
blender.
because I know you were saying something good and I couldn't hear not near word.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we
This
No.
can't.
is better.
But you was in the blender.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out, I like to ask my people, do y'all have any tea that you wanted to share or any tea that I might have missed?
Oh, Bianca had something she wanted to talk about. I don't even remember what it was. Dang. Do you remember? I don't remember.
I don't,
I don't
because
either.
I don't think it was celebrity related. I'm trying to think about what it was.
Nolan
I just,
Wells.
Oh, yep.
oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know what angle she was talking from. She mentioned something, but I didn't know. And I'm not tapped in because the drama of it all is just is stressful.
Well, I think she
I
was.
mean, at this point, what else is there to really talk about? This is a tale as old as time. Black person goes out with a group of white people and comes back unalived, and people are defending the white people. And it's
Mhm.
like, what else can we say about that?
Under suspicious circumstances.
Hmm.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that's coming out too that's basically alluding to the fact that he didn't even drown out there. Like they killed him. It's alleged that the altercation and him dying happened somewhere else. They just dropped his body
They
off
put
there.
him out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I kind of heard that last kind of iteration. Child, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And then like a couple of days ago too, I saw where is another black boy. So I'm at this point, I'm just like for my mental health and for my cortisol levels and for
Hmm.
just my just personal well-being, there's only so much of that kind of stuff that you can kind of take in, and I really
Absolutely.
like I really want best for all involved, and I want like but I can't like consume it, that's one
Yes.
of the reasons why I don't really watch the news. That's one of the reasons why like there's a lot of stuff that I just kind of if I see it on the timeline or I see it in whatever. But like now it's become a thing where like even in the pandemic stuff was happening and people were putting it out and it was like actual genuine people having discussions or putting out real-time information. Now this is becoming a talking point for people to make fucking content, and I'm so fucking over it.
Yeah.
Like and coming from black people too, like I'm so fucking over it. Like we already have this great trauma as a community, and I know what people want to, we got to talk about it. We got to do this. We got to do that. But I need people to one quit reiterating the same talking points, and also two like stop with the wanting to make it content aspect. Like there's only a couple of people who has had content that wasn't directly talking about his situation that I was like, okay, I can get with this, right? One of them being Wicked Confessions, uh confections it's Wicked Confections, where basically she made uh some repast meal in regarding to in relation to his situation, but it wasn't directly concerning him. It was basically like,
Are
hey,
you
we
talking
have
about
this.
Sanja? Are you talking about Sanja? The one
Yeah,
that? Oh
yeah,
yeah, I did see
Norwood,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Love
um
her.
Yeah, and so that's like of all the content I've seen, that's the only thing that's like really been like, all right, cool, I'm with this. But all the talking points about how we need to do better as a community, and black people don't need to be with white people, and are by themselves, and we got to look out. We've been doing this for a long fucking time, and at the end of the day, like there has to be some personal accountability for whoever's in that situation, because sometimes they're in a situation where they like that's all they have, and I get that too. There's nuance to everything, but at this point it's like woosah and let that shit go. Let however it falls out. The people who can actually do something, right? The people who can actually support from a financial aspect to make sure that they're getting the justice that they deserve, cool. But everybody else who want to talk about it because they're trying to make content and they trying to get the clicks and likes and the reels and this and that and the third, hang it up. Hang it the fuck up, because I guarantee you that any money that you're getting in, I guarantee you're not donating any portion of that proceeds back to his family. So what's really the point? What really is the point?
Monetization, getting them little $2 10 off the talking about that store, like, and I just think it is in such poor taste. Like, don't even get me started on that shit.
Don't even be facts. Like just titillating information on what you think may be, getting people to click on it. And it's like, be factual. Don't. I hate these little think pieces that come out around it when you don't even know what's really going on. But people are going to comment on it. They're going to click on it. They're going to have their opinions about it. And I just kind of stay away from the information until the facts come out.
In all honesty, I have to stay away until somebody's arrested. Like until we start getting to some concrete stuff, all of this. back and forth, it is stressful. It's not good for the body. It's not good for my mind.
Mm-mm.
I cannot continuously hear about the story and all the twists and turns and the lies and the, omissions, and then finally somebody coming out and saying this and that. No, I don't want to hear from. I don't. Matter of fact, I don't even want to hear from the parents no more because the daddy already done pissed me off. Um,
Mhm.
so I just, until we start getting to some concrete, somebody's been arrested, somebody's going to trial. I gotta step back because, yeah, it stresses me out.
Well, no, and that's kind of why I'm intentional. Like, I guess maybe subconsciously I forgot Bianca because I probably would have I think maybe we were in conversation. I probably I kind of stay
You
away from
said you could
topics
do
like that
it.
on this show. And
Hmm.
yeah, like I said, yeah, you can do it if you want to bring it up, but I'm real protective of this space, and simply because you come here for celebrity news. Nolan Wells is unfortunately not a celebrity, and if he is, he's an unintentional celebrity, not the
Right.
kind of celebrity that we talk about on this show, and that's a really really heavy topic. So I
It
feel like that can be discussed elsewhere. Somebody can do it better than what I can.
Or wait until, like you say, like there's actual factual results that we can talk about, like a story that's true. Somebody gets arrested, some
We got some
evidence.
evidence, yes.
Yeah, instead of
Not the
speculation.
continuous speculation and all these lies and stories, because, I don't want to hear about every so-called friend that's coming out and speaking on that. I don't need it. Y'all go tell the police, and then y'all come back when they picking somebody up. Because this everyday talk about it is just like during the pandemic, and all these people was getting killed and on camera. I had to stop looking because my nervous system was doing the fucking most.
Right. His
um
friend
every
said,
time.
that friend said, like,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Because we become a place where y'all just put killings on the internet, just people getting shot, people, uh everything, and beat to death. Y'all do too much for me, and my nervous system can't handle that. That ain't normal. That's not natural, and that's not a video game. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That person is not coming back. You can't replay the game. Sorry. Stop it. I don't like it at all. So I had to really be cool about that, because y'all just go hate. Y'all go ham on that shit. It's too much.
Protect your peace, girl. Use the not interested. Use the block. Use the mute. Use whatever you have to do to not see that
Uh,
stuff on you.
yeah.
Like we are
Well,
really.
and that
It's the hard
that
times
takes you
right
off
now.
guard. Like it was just one, you know how you watching something and it start another video and you watching it. I mean, and it literally, I saw a man get shot on camera. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I didn't sign up for this shit. Like, I didn't want to see that. I did not want to see that. And they just throw that shit up there. Like, naughty dotty. There you go. Like, I just
Yeah.
like, are y'all okay? That's not cool to see a human get killed. That's not that's not a natural thing we should be looking at. And then on repeat, and to multiple different people on a regular basis. That's not natural. It's not okay. And discussing a child being murdered by the hands of, allegedly, I mean,
mm.
how else did he die?
Making
Hmm.
accusations and suppositions and
Hmm.
speculations. It's not healthy.
Mm-mm. It's not.
And the back and forth between us and the racism in the threads, and it's too
Hmm.
much.
It really is. On top of that, then the racist people coming into these comments. Oh Lord, yeah. No, it's too much. It's too much. Ugh.
Well,
Become
while
one.
it's too much, honey, I always try to provide some balance, honey. Make y'all laugh in any way I can. Because again, I know it's heavy, and baby, trust me, I hear it and I see it, and I'm right here with y'all, honey.
Yep, yep. The bot farms is off the chain.
Hmm. They really are. But yeah. So I hope they, I hope they get this sorted out quick. for so that young man could rest and the and the parents can get the closure. I mean
Right.
to close this part of the life grieving for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Because
I want the family to get the answers that they want, minus all this internet stuff.
hmm hmm
But I mean, that's just the nature of the internet. It's going to be like that. You just have to remove yourself from it. That's all.
hmm And I mean, I'm telling you, Chill, every time I see a Nolan thing come, I keep scrolling, or I come out of it, or I change the station because
Yeah.
I can't. Just kind of like with 9/11, I had to
Oh
decommission off of
my
TV
God.
I mean, it was really bringing me down. Like, it was not a good time. Like, this is a lot. This
Anytime
is a
there's a
lot.
shooting by ICE, it's
Oh,
it's ridiculous. And I noticed in the last two cases they aren't wearing body cams, and I think that's definitely on purpose. They've had plenty of time to outfit all those people with body cams. They don't want it on camera so they can continue to, change the narrative. So I just stay away from those stories as well.
hmm yep, I'm with you.
You have to protect your brain. You have to protect your
Yeah.
peace, your spirit, because the
hmm
internet is just filled with trash and
hmm
trauma and just fakeness.
hmm
It's a so much of that going on, especially on X.
hmm I really have divested a lot from X. I've divested a lot because Elon has made that a terrible place to be,
Really,
unfortunately.
yeah, he really
So,
has.
Well, thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come to a place that's not a terrible place to be, which is here at Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea.
Amen.
absolutely.
And we will be back tomorrow for another live show starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com and hit that subscribe button at the top left and join my free mailing list. Well, until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.